Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel Electrical Technology and Industrial Practice. So today you can see that our topic is PT sizing and connection. Now unlike the CT sizing, PT sizing is little bit easier. So in this video we will be discussing about the criteria and the parameters of a PT. So let's begin the video. Now before starting the video, you should know that there are two types of PT depending on their connection and application. One is line PT, this one is line PT, and this is bus PT. Now why such names are there? See, this PT is connected with the line, incoming line. So that is why it is called the line PT, and this is connected with the bus. So it is called the bus PT. Now what are their applications? I have already mentioned in the metering and protection SLD video, so you can check that. Now you can see that this is a 3-winding PT. Okay, so this is winding 1, this is winding 2, and this is winding 3. Now our meters are connected with winding 2 and our relays are connected with winding 3. Okay, so relays are connected with winding 3, so this winding 3 will have a protection class of 3P, okay. Now what is the criteria of burden selection? The burden you can select as summing up the burden of meters and relays, just like the CT. Okay, but in case of PT, the burdens are kept little bit higher. The burdens are generally in terms of 50 VA or 100 VA. Okay, so generally the PT VAs are something like this. Now one interesting thing I would like to mention, that when you select the PT, remember the PT will be single phase transformer connected in 3-phase. Okay, not the 3-phase core. The transformer should be single phase transformer connected in 3-phase. Now why? Suppose if you take a 3-phase transformer core, suppose this is your 3-phase transformer core. I am drawing a core type transformer. So here they are your R winding, this is Y winding, and this is B winding. Now suppose you have connected a LED light here, an indication lamp here, and another indication lamp here. Okay, now if any of the primary circuit or secondary primary circuit has broken, suppose here also your primary circuits are coming, primary windings are coming. Now suppose this primary winding has broken, so this core will be energized through the balance 2 winding. Okay, and your this indicator will be still glowing, but our intention would be to off this indicator. So to ensure that, we need to take 3 single phase transformer, bank transformer connected in 3-phase. So remember that PTs are selected like that way. Now for protecting the PT, we need to give a fuse at primary, because the PT primary, now what will be the rating of the PT? The PT ratings are represented as primary voltage by √3 by 110 volt by √3. Okay, so suppose if this bus is a 6.6 kV bus, so your PT rating will be 6.6 by √3 by 0.110 by √3. So this will be your PT. Now this is a 3-winding PT, so here you will have another winding, that is another 001.110 by √3. Okay, so this is how the PT ratings are selected. The primary voltage by secondary voltage are taken such that, now why by √3 is taken, we are indicating the per phase voltage. So when we will connect the relays or meter in line to line, so we will get 110 volt output. Okay, now here I have used 3 winding, because with 1 winding the meters are connected and the other windings relays are connected. Now here I have used 2 winding, so only meters are connected. If there is relay connection, then we have to consider another winding. Okay, so here the relays will come. So this is how PTs are selected. PT burdens are generally rated as 50 VA or 100 VA, not much variations are taken. Protection winding with which the protection relays are connected are generally taken as 3P. Now another thing you need to know, that this PT fuse has a important part. This PT fuse protects the PT from any external fault. Now whether this fuse is okay or it has got any fault, to know that, often there are PT fuse failure protection relays are kept. So here there is a relay coil kept across the PT fuse. Now if the PT fuse is healthy, then the current will flow through this, so this relay will remain de-energized. Now if the PT fuse has blown, then the current will flow through this relay coil and this relay will energize and trigger an alarm, so that the PT fuse failure can be identified. Okay, so this is how PTs are connected and PT ratings are selected. Now suppose if you need to select a PT for 33 kV system, so what will be its rating? Its rating will be 33 by root 3 by 0.110 by root 3. If 3 winding PT is selected, so other winding will be also 0.110 by root 3. Now this will be different only in case for if broken delta PT is selected. Now detail of broken delta PT I will be discussing in the next video. All these relays that are connected with this kind of star windings are 27, that is under voltage relay, 59, that is over voltage relay, and 67, that is directional overcurrent relay. Now there are two more relays. Number one is 59N, which is basically residual over voltage relay, that means which detects the earth fault from over voltage, and another is 67N, which is directional earth fault relay. So for these two relays we need the voltage input also. 67N can also be connected with star connected PT, but this 59N, if anywhere you need to take residual earth fault protection, residual voltage earth fault protection, that is the earth fault is detected by voltage, then you need to take another winding, that is called broken delta. Now in this video I am not discussing in details about broken delta. In the next video I will be making separately for a broken delta winding. You will find often that the broken delta is mistaken as open delta, but don't get confused with that. I will be explaining that what is broken delta and how it measures the earth fault voltage and why the other kind of PTs cannot measure that. So hope you have enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel, and also please hit the bell icon to get the latest notification. Thank you very much for watching this video.